What we doing here? Are you subscribed? Salute to the new folks. Make sure you subscribe. Salute to my audience. Regular occurrence, 8 p.m. every day. You know the vibes. And this is a platform where I give my opinions. It's quite simple. It don't take a rocket scientist to figure it out. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure your notification bell is on. We got merch dropping soon, along with the website naturally. But today though, before I address the main topic of discussion, I'm not replying to anyone that doesn't have a pension. Yeah? It's over, buddy. Can't afford to smoke weed. Yeah? Man want ask to borrow a cigarette and bad man. If you can't supply the tools, it's over, buddy. And a man that's on public transport at this big age. Yeah? It's over, buddy. There will be no discussions between me and such folks. Yeah? Gracefully. And one more thing. You know when you give people like a certain amount of time to show you something like, and then they take way over that time limit and they send a message out in their group chats to all sorts of friends, all sorts of single parent mothers, respectfully and gracefully, but then they don't get no response, so they end up being in their hostel. And they section the camera so you can see quarter of their kitchen and a one light bulb. I don't respond to those folks. Yeah? It's over, buddy. But what I will do for you is talk to your boss. Yeah? Your employer. All right then. So Old Spray, this can't be true. There I was minding my own business, running some banter. And I must add, my banter is always kind of truthful. You know what I'm saying? But it's banter though. I don't steer left and start throwing out fictional things, and that's when it gets a bit weird. You know? But there you go, Old Spray. Yeah? Jumping off the train. Jumping on the Lime bike. And you then decide to say, in your studio, you want a one-on-one with myself or Bouncer. I was confused. Shocked even. But I then said, this is great. However, I know the number you're asking for, and I gotta be honest, Spray. If we can facilitate that number, then great. But we might have to negotiate, because I know my number and I'm not asking what you're asking for, buddy. Give me half of that. I'm good. You know what I mean? But I feel like you're saying that number because you know you don't want to get these hands. No, sir. You don't. Because I'm definitely knocking you out. And talk's cheap. So I won't ponder on that. But yeah, bad man. Some things that you've said over the last 24, 48 hours, maybe longer, because I know how you pre-record your shows. And you need to show some respect to your OG as well, by the way. Just like, you know what I'm saying, bro? It's kind of distasteful. You're calling him a ute and that, but then in another sentence, you're saying it's your OG. So come on, bro. But look, to you, you're calling me Sri Lankan and Asian. Banter. Okay. If you believe that, you run with that, bro. It's fine by me. You know what I'm saying? You told me that I was running on the landing and you've never ran. I can't agree with your statement, but okay. Tell me some other L's that I've taken, please. I'll wait. You see what I don't want to do, Spray, is start talking about L's, bro. We could be here all day and all night. So respectfully, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to make you know, stand on what you're saying in regards to this fight. Yeah? Someone set it up. Don't let Spray get out of this one. Because when I was talking about boxing Teflon, you have to understand, I know how it may look. You know, difference in height and all sorts of things. But bro, he was being disrespectful. I just thought, what's a good way to do it respectfully? Show the younger generation that we can handle our differences in other ways. If I'm wrong for that, I'm wrong for that. But you, buddy, it's over, buddy. All sorts of hands. You're going to be going back on all sorts of transportation. You won't know if you're catching plane, cab, bus, line bike. Yeah? It's over, buddy. Trust me. No way out for you. No way out for you, bad man. You get me? So it's the last I'm going to say on it. I don't want to get into some kind of everyday we're doing this. You're cool with the folks and that. But tell your brethren to mind how he speaks on the folks and that. You know what I mean? How's your worker going to talk about the folks like that and you wouldn't do that? It's crazy to me. 2025 is crazy. So please get your employees in check. I don't know if you're paying them enough or whatnot. And tell your employee he needs to deal with that brother that's setting things alight and that. And got Dookie standing behind the curtains like Malcolm X and that. Scary times. It's dark. And the last thing I'll say is, people love to talk about paperwork when they have paperwork of themselves. You know what I mean? You will never ever find paperwork with my name signed on it to say I am testifying against any person on God's green earth, bad man. Yeah? Shame on you. Shame on you. Now, I know what you're talking about. You know, for those that don't know, when you're in prison and, you know, you're a victim, obviously, there's you and another person, maybe more, who knows. But both sides of you will get paperwork. So, for example, if me, the victim, is seen by a doctor or whatever it is, there'll be paperwork of that to document that, you know. But broken ribs, me. How much you want to bet on that? I'll put the house on it. Give you somewhere to live. If you believe in what you believe in. But what I'm telling you is, the cat needs to stop. Just talk to me about the facts. That's all I ask. That's it. You know? Simple thing. We don't talk on others over here. No, sir. But look, man. Less is more. Spray, you know what you got to do. We want to know when this fight will be. That's all we really want to know, bro. There's nothing else to discuss. Just talk to me about this boxing fight that we're going to have. That's all I'm interested in, bad man. I don't want to talk to your worker. Yeah? So, you know, yeah? Make it happen. Now, make sure you subscribe, man. It's the landing. You never know what we might talk about.
Call me Saint Nick. Caesar with me too. Going ape shit. Gorillas in the zoo. We had to break shit.